What's going on, everyone? This is Sarge, and this is the second part of the interview where we discuss the pros and cons for the post-patch, including a very interesting way that DICE can approach their patches in the future. So go ahead and watch this and enjoy, and stay tuned for part 3, which we will discuss more about weapons, kits, and favorite setups. Take care. Let's talk about post-patch, the patch that we have now. What are some of the things that are in the new patch that you have found to be that works for you, and things that also don't work, or things that you kind of like, pros and cons, basically? I mean, what do you like about the post-patch and what you don't like?
I think they fixed a lot of things that really needed fixing, but I think there were some unfortunate side effects. I think most people agree that they probably changed too much in one release, and it is a complicated game. There's a lot of balance in the game that needs to be had, and when you change too many things, you risk upsetting the balance. For example, the tanks now are quite vulnerable, especially to air attacks. You know, the armor's it feels quite brittle. I could stay alive in a tank a lot longer before I could jump out and repair it quite quickly, get back in and carry on. But now they've slowed down the repair tool, so that in itself is a nerf to the tank. But then also they've made it so that, you know, one square shot to the front from another tank will instantly disable it. So not only a tank battle shorter, but it's very hard to get out and repair a tank now before, say, a jet comes back around and makes another pass on you. So there's some of the things that I think they've probably changed too much there. I think they should have played a couple of things and see how that went. Some of the stuff I like is the guns. I think, apart from the whole sort of suppression aspect, which they've admitted has been a bit overdone, I think the changes that they made to the attachments on the whole are quite good. They've given them all kind of pros and cons, so that you need to put a setup that's going to work. So you can have, you know, your short range killing machine, or you can go for the longer range accuracy. I like what they did to the attachments, the red dot and the grip and the laser sights and all the rest of it. So that was good. I think there are still a few bugs in there to do with anti-air missiles, which they're fixing. They did a few things to map balance, which were quite interesting. For example, I think it's on Sharky Peninsula.
Yeah.
The TV station. They put, I think, another ladder up the side of the. So when you're
it's on
assaulting,
both sides now. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So little things like that, and they put a scout helicopter on there, I think, as well. When you're
on Rush, that was a big surprise. The first push on Rush, they get scout choppers to the attacking side. I thought that was pretty interesting. You know,
it is, and it changes
the game. Yes,
yeah,
it changes the entire game.
Things like that make me think that they're paying attention, because they look at a map and they think that it's not quite working. How can we make an adjustment to it? And that's what they did. They make a few minor adjustments, and it changed the map quite a bit. And I think that's what they should do more of. They should make smaller changes, put them out there, let the guys test them, and get the feedback from the community, and then keep doing that, rather than mammoth 3-month patches.
Yeah,
which risk upsetting the balance.
Yeah, that's true.
But on the whole,
I think patches in increments would be good, because you can actually see what works and see what doesn't, and then fix it.
Well, on I used to play World of Warcraft, and Blizzard have public beta test servers. So what they do is they come up with a whole bunch of changes they're going to make, and then they put them on the beta servers, and all the people that play Warcraft can connect to those servers if they want to, and they can go and play in there, and they can offer feedback.
That is a brilliant idea.
Report back on what works and what doesn't. And what Blizzard do is they never roll out straight to production. They always roll out to the beta servers, and then they get the feedback, make some more adjustments, get it to the point where everybody's happy, and then they roll it out onto production. And that, I think, if that was in Battlefield, I think everybody would be a lot happier, because we could actually give the feedback before it actually hit the game properly. And I'd be happy to play on the beta server and help them out. I'm sure you would.
That is a brilliant. I have never thought about that, actually. I didn't know that games did that. Like, they had actual separate servers. They had the latest, supposed patch that would be released. People testing it. That is awesome.
Well, that's just it. It's people like you and I can actually give feedback, and there's a big community in Battlefield,
Yeah.
and all of us can give our feedback before it hits the game for real. Yeah, I think DICE should think about that.
Yeah, true. I really agree with that. I'm sure there's a large community that will also agree too. Well, that's the end of the second part of the interview. Let me know in the comments what your pros and cons about the new patch is, including the idea that DICE could release separate servers where we could test out the patches before they're actually rolled out to the community and give our feedback. Also, stay tuned for part 3 where we will discuss more about our favorite weapons and kit setups regarding the new patch. Till then, take care.